Fire EMS, where's your emergency? City with,
Yes,
and that's where we need to go.
yes, please. It is on fire.
Okay,
Bad.
what is on fire?
The whole entire house.
The house is on fire. Okay. Okay, I need everybody just to stay outside.
They are.
Okay.
Is somebody on their way?
All right, well, my partner's already sending help on the way for you, okay?
We just really need the fire department here before it starts spreading to other houses.
Okay, well, they're already being dispatched and they're on the way, okay? Everybody just stay away, okay?
My name is John Schneider. I'm the Wentzville Fire District Chief.
Hi, my name is Nick Mouchet. I'm a firefighter paramedic with the Wentzville Fire Protection District. I was the acting captain on 9815, the first truck on arrival at this house fire.
I'm Sydney. My family and I suffered a house fire on April 19th. We're residents of Wentzville, Missouri.
So, Sydney, thanks so much for meeting with us today. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
What we're looking to do today is get out the message of the things that went right for your family in a very difficult emergency. Take us back to that morning of April 19th. It was approximately 2 a.m., 2:15 a.m. The call came in on our end, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But tell us what you and your husband were going through.
Yeah, so we heard something go off, and at first my husband thought it was like one of those Amber Alerts that you get on your phone. And he woke up and he started waking up a little bit more, and he realized that wasn't the case. So we noticed it was the smoke detectors. We're like, okay, so we jumped out of bed real quickly. He was first to go downstairs, and immediately we smelled smoke as soon as we exited the bedroom. And I made it about halfway down the steps. He made it all the way to the steps, and we saw that the back steps going down to the patio was on fire. My husband tried to open up the door. He only got about that open, and that's when he realized that the flames were starting to come up into the house. He was like, "Oh my God!" Run upstairs, grab the baby because we have a 10-month-old baby girl, and I immediately got her. I grabbed nothing else. I didn't even grab shoes. I had nothing on but PJs. I grabbed her and we immediately ran outside. I started running over to their house, Joe's and Vanessa's, and started ringing their doorbell, off the hinges. And by the time that she came out, my husband had ran over to their house, and they both came out of their house on the phone with dispatch.
So the call came out at, I believe, 2:20 in the morning, roughly. We had made our way here along with 9854 and 9834. Secondary dispatch information en route stated that the home was fully involved. We had multiple callers, which is a good indication for us that it is an actual structure fire. Our responding BC had arrived on scene maybe a minute before us and had confirmed that the home was fully involved.
Okay.
And put a call into you, and it seemed like an eternity before y'all came.
Right. Now, you didn't even get a chance to grab your phone, correct?
No, we literally grabbed nothing.
But those seconds matter, and that's the importance of having interconnected smokies.
Absolutely.
The smoke detectors did their job. The compartmentalized smoke detected that fire early enough for you to get up and out and with your infant down from the second floor.
Life safety is the #1 priority at any incident that we respond to. So if we have report of occupants trapped, then our goal is to be as fast and aggressive as possible, making entry into the home to try and find them.
Yeah, and we have some footage of the first arriving police officer, who the police officers are strategically stationed throughout the city and are able to respond immediately, a lot quicker than we are from the stations.
Sure.
And the amount of fire that you guys had within a minute or two of the police officer arriving was amazing.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that? Talk about how quickly you just saw it all going up.
Yeah. Like my husband tried to go back into the house and grab the keys to his vehicle because they were right there on the counter, but he noticed that things were already starting to fall through the ceiling from the second floor.
Wow.
Yeah, so he is just like, he didn't even bother. He just ran out, and I want to say it was Officer Porch that came first, and we were already, I think we were actually right here on the driveway. And she said, make sure you guys go across the street. And she went next door to both of our neighbors to make
Right.
sure they were out too.
We arrived on scene and we had found what dispatch information our responding battalion chiefs had already told us. The house was fully involved and the homeowners had been evacuated.
Talk about
Yeah.
that a little bit, about the coordinated effort of what your family, how you stayed together when you got outside. I'm sure most people, we preach, have a point where you meet, and I know the officers did a tremendous job.
They did.
Of going door to door of the immediate neighbors and coordinating, make sure and everybody was up and
Yep.
out.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm very proud of our first responders, both the PD, the ambulance district, and our firefighters.
Yeah, yes.
Because it was a hectic few minutes until we got water flowing and controlling the exposures.
It was. It went up super, super fast, and we were just happy to get out. We all three of us were perfectly fine, and we went across the street with, under the direction of Officer, Porch, and just you all got hooked up immediately, and you guys, were a blessing, and
Yeah.
I can't emphasize enough the importance of making sure your smoke detectors work, because if they were not working, I probably wouldn't be here possibly telling my story.
That is a story, and
Yeah.
we talk about it a lot. A lot of people take it for granted. Some people do it, some people don't, and we can't emphasize enough the importance of working smoke detectors.
Absolutely.
And them being connected and giving you that extra minute or two before. If that fire blocks your escape on the stairwell, it's a whole different outcome.
Yeah.
I think on average now, if my stats are correct, you've got roughly 3 to 4 minutes to exit a structure fire now.
Yeah.
That's one of my fears about not being able to get out and having to jump out the window. Thank goodness we didn't have to do that.
Yeah. Talk about this. A lot of people think it'll never happen to them.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah.
Because I thought the same thing, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, I just kept thinking to myself, and I think I even said it out loud a couple times. Oh my God, this is actually happening. This is actually happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Reality hits you
it
really
does.
quickly.
It does.
Yeah.
We have to, think that we're still living in, reality, and
Yeah.
don't think you're immune, because you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about something really positive that you guys have decided to rebuild here. You like your neighborhood, you
We
love
do.
your neighbors,
Yes.
and you love
Yes.
Wentzville.
We do.
Can you
We
talk
do.
talk about that?
Like I said, we've decided to rebuild here. We have, the ball rolling on being able to see if we can use the foundation, but the neighbors have been absolutely wonderful. They've all gotten together and donated tons of clothing for my baby girl, for us. You all have been very generous
Yeah.
with your donations, and
Some of our outreach, our
Some of it,
community
yep,
outreach,
yep,
came
outreach,
out
yep.
and assisted you earlier.
absolutely, yes,
Those guys do great work.
yes, they do,
Yeah.
yes.
And I don't know if you're aware of this. We're going to talk a little bit about this. Is that one of our off-duty firefighters is a neighbor of yours? And
think I
did you hear
Heard
about
that,
this?
Yes.
So he actually was notified. Our firefighters have an app on their phone that they get notified of calls, whether they're on duty or off duty. And he lives right around the corner, and he sprung into action and
I saw
actually
that.
assisted dragging quite a few hoses connecting to the fire hydrant. So we're very proud of him for that.
Yes, yeah.
To get up in the middle of the night
Oh,
and
absolutely.
leave his family and help a neighbor. But we take a lot of pride in that. A lot of our people live right here in the district, and that makes us proud that he did that.
Yes,
So
yeah.
and I'm happy with the response. We had a great response from PD to the ambulance district to the
Absolutely,
fire district.
yes.
So I know those when you're making a call and you have an emergency going on, that it can seem like an eternity.
It
But
did.
we also realize how quickly these houses with this lightweight construction can can go fast.
did,
So
yes,
I think
yes.
we'll see some footage of what the neighbors' houses look like, and we're very happy with the fact that our crews were able to knock the fire down while your house was probably a total loss before our first truck got here. We were able to keep the neighbors in the neighboring homes, so they have some minor damage that they're going to need to get taken care of, but we're happy that they weren't displaced.
Absolutely. Yes, me too. Yeah. It's going to be a different start, but it's going to be a fresh start.
There you go.
Yes. And don't dwell on the past. I mean, definitely learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
But all you can do is just, praise God that we're all okay and just, keep on trucking.
No matter where we are, if we're on duty or off duty, we always have guys that are willing to help, whether it's 2 o'clock in the morning or we're here at work. We have guys that just want to help out in the community. So,
On behalf of the Wentzville Fire District, I'd like to thank Sydney for sharing her story. I thank the men and women of the Wentzville PD, SCAD Ambulance District, and the Wentzville Fire District. For those that were on duty and off, job well done.
Clear subject valve, negative.